savings. Everett Wheeler model equals many worlds interpretation. Basically, that means parallel worlds. What's with all the stupid name tags? This Hoin Kyoma is more annoying than Taita. You call yourself John Taita, but you're fluent in Japanese? Writing in English would at least make it seem more realistic. Can I ask you a favour, Taito-san? My mum died last year in the Shibuya earthquake. If I stop my mum from leaving home, then I can undo her death. So please, lend me your time machine. You're gonna believe this time traveller? Lol. Without proof? Are you an idiot? Go for the jugular. Lol. Preconceived notions or not, since we can only experience time in a linear fashion, it's only natural to believe that that's the way it works. This thread never fails to deliver. How does it feel to get called scum with it by a guy with a name like Hoin, LMAO? Kuri Gohan has the stickiness of a virgin. Thank you for the new topic. Breaking news, 2010 will be over in 4 months. Lol. Time's gotta be a one-way street. I don't know anything about time travel or the concepts behind it, but I feel like the many worlds interpretation makes sense. Time machine usage fee, 500 yen per ride. Does this count as verbal abuse? John can't debate to save his life. Hey, don't rush Professor Taita, he's working hard to come up with a story right now. Will the infinitely diverged worlds converge somehow? Isn't Hoin Kyoma supposed to be John Taita's friend? Or is he a foe? Maximum Chuni power, LMAO. Only the chosen one can observe the divergence. Cool story, bro. Convergence isn't inevitable. Maybe things will just keep expanding and expanding. The time machine only costs 500 yen to ride? Now that's a bargain, lol. John Taita is obviously an alias. I'm gonna borrow the time machine, okay? From what I gather, it seems relatively easy to change history. Waiting for the curtain to be pulled back on this troll. Explain why there's a porn mag in the rice field in 10 words or less. So, the parent-killing paradox can't occur. I wonder if history as we know it is completely different from the original. Please let me borrow the time machine too. I want to get myself a better face. Which came first, the chicken or the egg? The flow of time is often compared to a river, but according to Taita, it seems more like a lake. John-san can observe the changes. Only 500 yen a ride too? I'm going to go back in time to become a famous light novelist. I'm going to plagiarise the out of my favourite authors, but it won't be stealing if I get published first. It's possible that I was never even born in our original history. Shut up, that's the real threatening, lol. Absolutely disgusting. So what's a world line anyway? I just want money. Awesome, chuni, vocabulary, laws of causality, dragon slayer, and to know me. I shall lend you the time machine for your noble cause, said John Taita. However, you must be good looking. Tell us more about the time machine that measures divergence. If I could get my hands on the time machine, I'd make sure I got born into a rich family. Must be good looking, huh? Lol. R.I.P. me. R.O.F.M.L.A.O. The power of money is incredible. That's all subjective. Living is hard. I'm also curious about CERN's sudden heel turn. Hey guys, life isn't all about money, just 90% of it. Life's a crappy game. Is CERN yen there? I can't live without meat buns. Is déjà vu related to divergence? Just a gang of mad scientists. Let's say they do create a time machine. It would be dangerous for any single nation to take control of it, so they probably decide to control it themselves. Power corrupts, and what has more power than a time machine? Sorry for being human garbage, lol. You claim that time isn't linear, so please let me know how to go back in time without a time machine. Someone learn to stop worrying and love the H-bomb. Money is power. It'd be dangerous for any nation to get their hands on a time machine. What's this world's divergence rate? If worlds converge with other worlds, then I might still have a chance to turn my life around. Power changes people. All nations are bastards, LMAO. Your memories will be rewritten the moment it converges, dude. Lol. Time is money, they say. Even respected organisations have scumbags working for them. Humans are the moment the first time machine is complete. It would be in the best interest for NEETs for the worlds to not converge. Cicada bombs! Time Senpai has noticed us a little too much. Maybe CERN was my yandere little sister this whole time. 14 out of 10 people are complete scum nowadays. It sounds like you're largely indifferent to the fact that time is not a one-way street. This proves that most of you are still clinging to your preconceived notions. Your resistance to change, from my perspective, is deeply concerning. I think I realize now how this dystopia came to be. Every time a significant event changes the divergence rate, the past is rewritten according to the law of causality in order to prevent contradictions. For example, let's say we moved to Worldline B. In Worldline B, this internet forum @channel tragically never existed. Once you moved to the new Worldline, your memories of reading and posting on this forum would be erased and replaced with memories of other actions. In other words, changing the present creates ripples that change the past. I already covered CERN yesterday. If I were to add anything, I would suggest that you take what they say with a grain of salt. They have already succeeded in creating micro black holes. I only desire to quench my intellectual thirst. Unlike you closed-minded fools, I will reserve judgment until after I've heard what Taita has to say, and then I will make contact with Taita and acquire his time machine for myself. The great mad scientist Hoin Kyoma will have the last laugh. Suck it, sleazebags. Tell me stock prices or die. I won't believe until you tell me. That's not reconstructing the world, you idiots, that's altering people's memories. Who the hell can alter the memories of nearly 6.7 billion people? Do you even realise how stupid that sounds? I think I would have noticed if someone went and screwed with my brain. And what does any of that have to do with the many worlds interpretation? Do some research, lol. Micro black holes, lol 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 lol. Wait, the future's a wasteland? That means I can be a road warrior and ride a mod buggy, right? I'ma go get me a mohawk. Anyone know where I can buy spiked shoulder pads? I checked CERN's homepage. It says they've been experimenting since 2009. Can they really make black holes? What the hell's gonna happen? Does Taita have a mohawk? God, that's effing moe. Are you implying our brains make the world? Are you saying the universe is a giant tree and we're the branches or something? That's some EVA level bull right there. Go back to 2036. Is this how you reply to a scientific person? Thank you for showing me. Reconstruction of the timeline and alteration of people's memories. I think they're essentially the same thing. Why are you so intent on saying they're different? With a few exceptions, nobody can keep their memories across world lines. They are reconstructed along with everything else when divergence changes. What's a road warrior? So Hoin is just another loser who wanted to get hold of the time machine. Being lol. So this is the official forum of the apocalypse. Well, your face is deeply concerning from my perspective. John Taita is so trash. We have fun here. Hmm. 19 hours have passed since Daru started hacking. Night gives way to a refreshing summer morning. Daru hasn't slept in around 68 hours, but he still won't get off the computer. I curl up a bit and turn my attention back to @channel. Life in 2036 is very different from what it is today. Most people live on farms, growing their own food. All forms of commerce and communication are restricted. There's no travel, no internet, no railroad even. Most people never see another town, let alone a city. Science continues to advance, of course, but the vast majority of people do not benefit from that progress. Technology belongs only to those chosen by CERN and the Committee of 300. It's very peaceful, at least on the surface. There's none of the conflict you see in this era. There's no war? How is that possible? How did CERN resolve the situation in the Middle East? What have you got against world peace? Sounds to me like CERN's doing humanity a favour. This Taita guy stole a time machine from CERN, didn't he? He's the bad guy here. Die in a fire, terrorist scum! The world in 2036 is governed by CERN. All nations, even America, have disbanded their armies. To put it simply, civilization has returned to an 18th century level of technology and exists under a communist system of government. Except now, that system works flawlessly. Right now, you should be asking yourselves, how is that possible? How does a system of government that collapsed in the 20th century exist without any discontent? The answer to that question is the reason I am here. Yes, I am a terrorist. There are others like me who fight against CERN. We think of ourselves as the resistance, but there is no denying that our actions are a kind of terrorism. Anyway, I want to hear about the many worlds interpretation. You said it's been proven by 2036. How? I knew you were a terrorist. How many have you murdered? What if my kids are among them? Maybe I should kill your father, protect the future. Stop beating around the bush, give us answers. You're one of those old men who participated in the student riots, aren't you? Filled your head with a bunch of bull, and now you can't tell fact from fiction, am I right? Delicious nationalist tears, lol 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 lol. CERN probably figured it out. They've got a time machine to experiment with, right? That would make you no better than Taita. If you're willing to face the consequences, then go right ahead. Taita, question. Did World War III take place as scheduled? Why did you come to this particular time? Did you find an IBM 5100? Is John Taita plugging for the commies? I thought that went out of style years ago. I thought Taita was crazy, but this Hawing guy is even crazier. Get a room, guys. Lol. World War III. LMAO. Isn't there supposed to be an IBM 5100 in Akiba? As I've previously explained, my purpose for travelling to this era is to change the future. Posting on this forum is my way of sounding an alarm. While it may be meaningless after the world lines converge, I just needed to get the information out there. What do you mean by World War III? Is this something I said in another world line? I'd like to speak with you more. If you can send me an email, I'll be sure to reply. I'm happy to accept emails from people other than Hawing too, as long as they are serious inquiries. I will post my email address here again, johntaita@egweb.ne.jp. Get out and stay out, scum. Pretty gutsy leaving your email address in a trash place like this. I like it. I have a lot of questions too, so I'll write to you someday. You and me are going to be BFFs, Taita. He ran away, lol. Alright, Daddy's going to write you a serious email. Psych! Hey, quit it, guys. You've sent him enough titty pics. Taita-kun's going to get a hard on. This thread is now officially Hawin's watch list. Get out while you can. My discussions with John Taita weren't making any sense. Not even Taita himself seems to know about the Taita from 10 years ago. It's hard to imagine that everyone in that channel is conspiring against me. But how else can I explain it? Out of options, I decided to email Taita directly just as he told me to. He audaciously exposed his own address on that channel. I guess that's the way of saying, bring it on. In my email, I questioned the differences between his post now and his post 10 years ago. The current Taita hasn't even acknowledged the latter. In 2015, World War III breaks out. Many people die. By 2036, the world is a nuclear wasteland. John Taita travels to 1975 to obtain an IBM 5100. The IBM 5100 was necessary to revive technology lost in World War III. The IBM 5100 has a hidden function, the ability to read IBM's proprietary computer language which predates APL and BASIC. But only certain IBM engineers are aware of that function, so it does not appear in the manual. In 1998, Taita meets his younger self and his parents in America. John Taita was a soldier who volunteered for this mission. John Taita is an American. Furthermore, in 2000, Taita correctly predicted the outcomes of some future events. The Peruvian coast earthquake in 2001, the election of a new pope, the outbreak of the Iraq War, China's advances in space, and so forth. Though he only talked vaguely about each one, they all came true. On the other hand, other predictions went unfulfilled. For example, the Y2K bug, civil war in America, the cancellation of the Beijing Olympics, the inauguration of America's first female president in 2009, and so forth. There's more, but let's leave those aside for now. I decided to ask him why those predictions didn't come true. Alright, let's send it now. This is your litmus test, John Titor. Show me your true colours. This is Amane Suzuha. First email. Thanks for exchanging addresses with me yesterday. I finally made a friend here. Yay. Don't worry, I won't email you too much, and I might be slow to reply too. I'm kind of new at this email thing. It's okay to laugh at me. It's from Suzuha. Should I reply? Where were you living before? There, that should do it. Good morning! What are you doing here so early? Well, I heard you guys had stayed up 2 nights in a row, so I brought you some goodies. Excellent, good job. It wasn't really 2 nights in a row thanks to my afternoon nap yesterday, but who's counting? Ta-da! Canned Odin! It's a present from Mayushi. They're 270 yen each, so savor it, okay? I've been getting tired of eating bananas and chicken lately. Buy these instead from now on. But Mayushi doesn't have enough pocket money to splurge like this all the time. And Mayushi loves bananas and chicken, so she'll keep buying them. But wait, there's more. Ta-da! Rainet sausage! It comes with an Upa bottle cap as a bonus. I really wanted it, so I bought it. Something tells me that in a few months' time, this lab will be neck deep in Upa goods. There are only a few things right now, like the cushion on the sofa, but that number is sure to grow exponentially. So, how's Daru-kun? He's in the midst of a hard fight. He should at least rest a little. I mean, I never said he had to do it all at once. Daru-kun's super hacker spirit is on fire. It's not hacker! It's hacker, you dumbass! He sure is tense. Mayuri and I evacuate to the rooftop to eat the Odin. But isn't hacking bad? Mayushi doesn't want you to do bad things. I would be a fool to let Daru's super hacker skills go to waste. Incidentally, it looks like hackers hijacked CERN's system back in 2008. We found news articles about it online. That means even the inventors of the World Wide Web have holes in their security. With his skills, Daru should have no trouble getting through. Besides, we're doing this to expose CERN's wrongdoings. This is a war against the dark forces that secretly rule the world. Bad things are bad. I need to change the subject. Mayuri, want to trade my sweet potatoes for your beef? Huh? If you want to trade, I'd rather have your quail egg. Don't be ridiculous. Next to beef, quail eggs are my favourite. But Mayushi likes quail eggs too. Settle for my Chikuwa. Okay, Chikuwa is better than sweet potatoes. Subject change complete. Mayuri really eats up conversations about food. It's so easy to manipulate her. Soon, if I can just get the SQL table, I'll have more than enough passwords. You're no match for me. Looks like things are falling into place. Oh, come on. Yes. Oh, you can't hide from me. You naughty thing, you. How does it feel to be naked? Oh, yes. Matching ID and password login complete. Hell yeah. Taste it. Yes. What enthusiasm. Did you get it? Mission complete! Really? Wow, that's amazing. I don't really get it though. So, did you find out how they're planning to destroy the world? I haven't looked yet, man. All I did was get us connected. But it's all downhill from here. I'm sorry if you're tired, but please start checking. The keys to this conspiracy have got to be in there. Yeah, I'll do it. Daru dances his mouse across the screen and continues hacking into CERN. The question is who this password belongs to. Why is that? I went into CERN's database and got a data table. From there, I focused on people with simple passwords like 11111111 and ABCDEFGH and get my hands on an ID. It'd be awesome if this turns out to be the server's admin logon, but I don't think we're that lucky. In Japanese, please? Same. Basically, if this is the server's admin password, we can taste every inch of CERN's luscious flesh. But if it's just an ordinary researcher's password, then we can only see CERN's boobs. Daru-kun, that's naughty. Quit the erotic examples. Basically, you mean there'll be limits to what information we can access. Exactly. Anyway, it's only a matter of time before I get a server's admin password. Let's save that for later. I'm really sleepy now. It would be cruel to push Daru any further. Well, looks like our ID belongs to an Accelerator Division Chief. So it's not a server admin? It would take a miracle to get one on our first try. How many staff members do you think CERN has? How many? Over 6,000. That many? Well, for now, let's look at this Accelerator's Division Chief. His name is... Jack. Let's look at his email log. And of course, the emails come up in English. Oh no, that makes Mayushi's head hurt. It's pathetic to flinch at the mere sight of English. Daru, what does that say? Need to translate it. This is a job for Dr. Excite. Nah, I've got a better idea. Looks like a New Year's greeting. Something about going on vacation in Spain. Lucky bastard. That email's normal, nothing out of the ordinary. If we keep scouring the log like this, we can also identify the server manager. You know, looking through someone else's email without permission makes me feel really guilty. I abandoned guilt when I chose the path of evil long ago. Let the responsibility be mine. I will not ask you to answer for my crimes. What a guy. I'd let Ocarina do me in the butt. I decline your offer. Now get peeking, Daru. Ocarina, you're bad. You make Mayushi sad. That's of no concern to me. Upon further examination, we discover several emails with the title Experiment Report. LHC Experiment Reports? There could be a hint about time machines in there. We should try reading them. This is definitely a crime, though. That's what his lips say, but his hand still clicks on the email. What comes up is an unintelligible series of symbols. This is encrypted. Shh. Of course it isn't that simple. Well, cracking this should be a piece of cake. In less than 10 minutes, Daru has decoded the email. Let's see here.
Hi,
Pole. That acting's completely unnecessary. Aw. Uploaded today's data to the server. The LHC is performing admirably. Can't say the same about the rest though. This baby's fickle as a cat, but it was surprisingly obedient this month. It would be great if it stayed like this forever. But don't you think this work is unrewarding? This kitten, this 27-kilometer-long kitten, has been in operation for 9 years. Our research will change the course of history, yet only a small group of people are allowed to see it. Of course, if it were ever officially released, it would be one hell of a scandal. People would probably say something like, "Call Robert Zemeckliff to CERN right away. He could build it in less than a year." 9 years? Calm down, let's sort things out. Do you think there were any translation errors in that email? If you trust the translation software, then that's what it says. The Japanese is strange in places though, but that doesn't make sense. I thought the LHC was only put into operation around spring last year, but this email makes it sound like it's been in operation for 9 years. That is strange. The email's send date is this year, 2010. So 9 years ago makes it 2001. John Titor posted this on @channel yesterday. The only other thing I can say is that you must not believe their lies. They have already succeeded at creating micro black holes. If you read between the lines of this email, it sounds like they're doing some sort of secret experiment. Also, Robert Zemeckis is a super famous Hollywood movie director. He directed a trilogy of smash hit time travel movies about 20 years ago. I groan. No way. Was I right? CERN's hiding a major secret from the world, and it's related to time travel? Keep looking, Daru. Search for anything related to time machine research. Seriously? I don't know if Daru is questioning my order or the possibility that CERN might be researching time travel. Either way, he begins tapping on the keyboard again. There aren't any emails with the phrase time machine in them, but the phrase Z program was used hundreds of times in the past few months. Do you think it could be about the current LHC experiments? What is it specifically? Black hole formation experiments? Let's try looking for a document. Ah, found one. Oh, looks like this is top secret stuff from France, England, and Holland. Government secrets? CERN's not even a government organization, so why? Wait, should we be looking at this stuff? We might be in a little deep here. I don't care. Get me details. Hold on. If we get caught, we're not getting off with an apology. Are you so incompetent as to let yourself be traced? I took the necessary precautions. Then I failed to see the problem. Well, thanks. Daru makes a slightly awkward face as he takes the file about the Z program and feeds it into the translation software. May 14th, 137th Z program experiment report. Because we have already succeeded at creating mini black holes, the report is omitted. First, stop! All of a sudden, Titor's prediction has become a reality. So CERN did use the LHC to generate mini black holes. But they announced that their experiments still haven't succeeded. So why? This is what Titor was referring to when he posted, don't believe what they say.
そもそも実験
But
の
the
目的
goal of the
は
experiment
新しい
wasn't
素粒
even
子
to
反応を
generate
起こ
mini
すこと
black
であっ
holes.
て
It was
ミ
to
ニブラッ
create
クホー
new
ル生成じゃ
elementary
ないし
particle reactions.
だが実際にはすで
But
に
in reality,
ミニブラックホー
they're
ルが
already
生成されてい
generating
る
those mini black holes.
みたいだな
Sure does seem like it.
その先には
What does it say
何と
next?
書いてある
実験結果
Results.
エラーヒューマンイズデッ
Error.
ドミスマッチ
Human
詳細は別紙
is
ゼリーマン
dead.